City. The run is timed beautifully by Stephen Ireland. And he didn't seem certain. He had his eyes on the ball, did City's number 7. He wasn't looking at the keeper. Adebayor. Diaby's made a really good burst from midfield. Couldn't find Adebayor with the return back heel, though. Didi Hamann takes it away and finds Petrov, who's given it straight back to Arsenal. He was trying to find Fernandes. Something on here for the Gunners, maybe. Kleb to Sagna. Sagna tries to use his pace to get past ball. It's Adebayor, and Hart can only half block it. Arsenal have the lead on 9 minutes. Wouldn't you just know it? Emmanuel Adebayor once again. He scores for the 8th game in a row. Given away by Martin Petrov, and he will feel more guilty than any City player. Sagna took on Michael Ball and was too strong and quick for him. Adebayor might have made a meal of the finish, but it ended up where everything he's touching is going at the moment, into the back of the net. City 0, Arsenal 1. First chance for him to run today, and he's past Kleb and then gets away from Fabregas too. Now he's got Gallas to be, and that was one Arsenal player too many. Something to get City's fans to the edge of their seats, though. They'll quickly sit back down again as Adebayor breaks forward for Arsenal. Diaby. Clichy is further wide. Diaby spots him. A little belatedly, perhaps. Now clipped in towards Adebayor. It's a towering leap. Eduardo! 2-0. Too easy. Manchester City just aren't in this game at all. Well, Diaby could have played the ball out wide to Clichy earlier. He bided his time. Brilliant jump from Adebayor, towering above 2. Now, was Eduardo offside? It was very, very close. Above ball and done. In came Richards, too late. Just wonder if Eduardo was just a fraction ahead of Micah Richards. Well, those arguments can be had later on. Won't change the score. Sven-Göran Eriksson is looking as close to angry as he can get. City need to show some fight. Clichy is dispossessed by Chorluka, and Chorluka tees up the chance and Fernandes takes it. Game back on again. Will that click Sven's Blues into gear? Well, Petrov made a mistake for Arsenal's opener, and now it's a howler from the usually so solid Gael Clichy. Well, did he not realise Chorluka was all over his back? Chorluka kept his head, tees up Fernandes, drills it in, it's 2-1. It's his second goal for Manchester City. His previous effort came in a 2-0 win at Newcastle on the 2nd of January. Fabio Capello will have noted the way that he managed to get forward and support Chorluka. Kleb. Hamann's blocked, but it rolls for Sagna. Sagna is strong. Adebayor! Hart at full stretch and holds on as Eduardo came in to try to pounce. Look at the room that Adebayor finds himself in City's penalty area. Lessons not learned. Take nothing away from Joe Hart's save. At least he was ready. Kleb. Flamini hasn't given up on that and will get there. But did he play it off done? He did. It's a corner. Superb attitude displayed by Mathieu Flamini. Now, many players would have just thought, I'm not going to get to that. And he made sure he did and played it against City's captain. And if Arsenal gets something from this, they will owe a huge debt of gratitude to Flamini. What's City's marking like this time? Is Adebayor going to be free again? Well, he'll go for it and win the header. Now it's Gallas, goes for goal! And it only just misses the forehead of Cesc Fabregas. Gallas has scored 3 times himself already this season. Elano turns his back on it, he didn't want to know. How close to it was Fabregas? Clichy. Flamini. Over the top for Adebayor. And Adebayor brings it down from the heavens superbly. Couldn't find the finish this time, and Joe Hart catches and instantly rolls the ball back into play. Fernandez, Petrov. Diaby closed the door on Ilana. Clem, pace of the game picks up once more. Arsenal dictating the play once again too. This is Flamini. Clem. Flamini returns the ball to Alexander Clem. Lovely football this, Adebayor, and the shot is over from Cesc Fabregas. It's one of the best moves of the game, and we have seen some delightful play all day long. Richard Dunn cuts it out before it reaches Adebayor. Vassell, well, looked as though he tried to stay onside by running across the line. Petrov wasn't offside. Now, who became active where? Now, Vassell, I think, is just off, but even then it's pretty tight. Petrov, you can see, is in his own half as he runs through. But Vassell was obviously deemed to be active, despite the fact he's nowhere near the ball. Petrov gets a caution for his angry reaction at the end of it all. There's that grey area again. Vassell, I think, in fairness to the officials, only gave up on the idea of getting on the end of the ball once the flag had gone up. Fabregas, Adebayor, he will get there, and racing through, Adebayor is denied by Richards and Dunn, but how? He's adamant it should be a penalty. They combined to shut the door on him. And was it by fair means? There's a bump from Richards, Adebayor keeps his balance, and then an almighty tangle, and Hart finally manages to get to the ball. Milano loses out to Gallas. Diaby was a little slow, but just too quick for Ireland. Diaby, dispossessed by Haman. One over the top of Vassell to chase, in a race with Sagna and Lehmann. Good goalkeeping, still City. Ilano goes for goal, and it's over the top. Clip forward, just the right idea by Didi Hamann. Vassell very nearly got there. Good reading of the game from the experienced Lehmann. And Ilano instinctively, with the goalkeeper out of his goal, tried his luck, but was off target. Adebayor. Eduardo makes the run inside, and is found by Adebayor, back-heeled, and in goes Chorluka to clear it as far as Fabregas! Curling away, wide of Joe Hart's left-hand post, superb effort. The football from Arsenal is glorious again. All was wide from Cesc Fabregas. It looked much closer on first viewing than it actually was. And now Ilano in a race with Adebayor. Adebayor wanted it a whole lot more. And then is brought down, but the advantage is with Arsenal, with Alexander Clem. Now Fabregas, played back to Clem. Adebayor! The points belong to Arsenal. The goal again goes to Emmanuel Adebayor. 2 today, 18 Premier League goals this season. He was brought down rather cynically by Ilano, but rather than bemoaning the fact that he hadn't got a free kick, Arsenal got on with it. Adebayor got back to his feet, lurking with intent, finishing with menace. Manchester City are finished for the day.
Emmanuel Adebayor, again with 2 goals. This run of goal scoring is incredible. I guess it hasn't surprised you, though.
No, I asked him not to be obsessed by that, but of course I just feel when the team plays well, he scores, you know, and today the team played well, and he has now, I must say, he had an outstanding game against 2 good centre-backs. He was absolutely amazing today, and we need him as he is at the moment.
Another 2 goals for you, and yet at the end you were still looking frustrated, as though you hadn't got more.
Yeah, yeah, you know, I became a striker who always likes scoring because, you know, when you always score, it's a special feeling, and you can see all the fans enjoying it, and then around the stadium, and you can see all the teammates coming to you. So, yeah, of course, I'm enjoying scoring goals at the moment. So, even if I score one, I keep on going. If I score two, I keep on going. If I can score three or four, as a striker, you have to score at any time you have a chance to do.
You mentioned Arsenal as the sort of model you want to follow for this club. Can you watch this back again with your players and try and learn from this?
Of course, you have to learn by this, and you can't give them so much initiative as we did first half today. Yeah, we are a new team, a rather young team, and we have to learn, but we have to learn quickly.
Yeah, learn quickly against Arsenal. I mean, they had a little bit of dip of form a few weeks ago, but they're back to their brilliant best. Too good for City today.
They were, quite simply. They were pretty solid at the back, although they give a slack goal away with Clichy, but in general their play was outstanding. The midfield, their forwards, and all over the pitch, their movement. We know what their passing movement's like, and today it was absolutely top drawer, and quite, as you said, quite frankly, they were just too good for City.
And there's just no stopping Adebayor at present, is there?
Well, he's simply unplayable. I mean, Dunn and Richards, great partnership this season. We see him here. I think they've been outstanding for City, but we just pick him up, not marking him. Basically, he pulls off them, the two centre-backs too far away, nearly gets a free header. This is time and time again, first 20-odd minutes of the game. Again, look at Dunn and Richards, big gap in between. Adebayor's it's not really a great run, he just stands there. Free header again. And then the next one's a corner. In the end, they both decide to mark him. Look in the middle of your screen. Richards and Dunn both jump with him. Again, he gets a free header. So in the air, he was dominant, but on the ground, he was brilliant as well. And this is the goal. Watch him peel off. Dunn was actually marking Eduardo, but he sees Adebayor behind him, gets dragged to the far post, huge gap, touch of offside, but what a finish that is. But he played in between them the whole day. Here he is again. Nobody knows who to pick him up. Plays a little 1-2, that gap in between the two centre-backs he tried to explore. Again here, look at the run, straight in between the pair of them. Now, I think this is a penalty, but it wasn't given. Eventually, Richards gets back, and this is his goal. This is his second goal, gets tripped on the halfway line. He's full of confidence. He knows where the goals are. He's trying to get back to get in with the action. Little 1-2 again. And a simple finish. On the ground, in the air, he absolutely tore the two centre-backs to pieces today, and they're a good partnership, Gary, make no mistake about that.
I bet they're delighted that his country didn't qualify for the African Cup of Nations, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Indeed. Been very fortunate there. As for City, well, they're a bit of a reality check, I suppose, for Sven. They're a bit of a slump at the moment.
Well, but I think also because the problem was a fantastic start at home. They win 7 or 8 games on the spin. I just think with City that they're a bit short up front. They let Samaras go. Bianchi's gone as well. Young Sturridge played up there on his own for most of the game today. They need a couple of players, and of course they're waiting for the Portsmouth man, aren't they?
Indeed. With Arsenal winning, Manchester United knew that to recapture the lead at the top of the Premier League, nothing less than a win at Tottenham would suffice.
The game is going to be tough, it's going to be difficult, and you can see it was even more than difficult, but at the end we managed to take our 3 points away. We won it, we're very happy and pleased about our performance. I think Manchester City, they have a good team, strong team, and for sure they will finish in the top of the table at the end of the season because they play quite well and they have a lot of talented players.
Was it a strange game because you went into a 2-0 lead, let them back into it, then you seem to be a bit nervous?
Yeah, of course. As soon as they scored, when we scored our second goal, we think the game was finished. And when they scored their first 2-1, it was a little bit difficult. But I think we responded very well. We have to do it all the game have to be playing ahead, and I think we have done that very well, and we are very pleased about our performance today.
For the all-important third goal, would you praise the referee for playing advantage?
Yeah, of course. I think the referee tried to play advantage here, but it was very difficult. He could have a penalty, he doesn't say, but that's part of football, and the most important thing is we have won, and we are very happy with that.
That's 18 goals for you now this season. Do you feel like you can score every time you go on the pitch?
I don't know. The most important thing is keep on doing the good job. The most important thing is defend hard with the team. At the moment, I'm just enjoying myself like a little child in this squad because everyone loves me, the fans love me, the players like me. So the most important thing is keep on doing the job and keep on scoring some goals. As soon as I have a chance, I'm trying to put it in. At the moment, it's going in, so I'm very pleased with that.
Player in a rich vein of form. He scored 11 in his last 8 games. His run began with goals against Everton, West Ham and Birmingham before scoring twice in Arsenal's 3-0 win over Fulham. He scored Arsenal's only goal in the 5-1 defeat to Tottenham before scoring 3 times in 2 games against Newcastle and his run has continued into February with 2 more goals against Man City today.
In the box for Arsenal and Kleb just outside. Fabregas near post with Sanya. Senderos! 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That's all it's taken. And Philippe Senderos marks the week of his 23rd birthday with the opening goal.
John, we're in the 4th minute, and already it has looked ominous for them now. Look at the run he comes in, he's 6 yards out. He gets a run, they're marking zonally, but it looks it's Benny McCarthy, I think he runs off. He's in acres of space, and he ain't going to miss from there. A free header from 6 yards. Brad Friedel has not got a chance. What a start for Arsenal, what a start for Blackburn, I have to say.
Fabregas. Flamini forward, Adebayor 2. This is Claire with so much time. Base of the post and out again. And if time didn't stand still, Blackburn certainly did. Oh, yellow card at last. After 90 minutes for Fabregas. His 9th of the season.
Yeah, and it was needless, really. Just petulant. You can see here he knows what he's doing. He just clips him up.
One more yellow will bring him a 2-game ban.
Well, it looks like it's going to be 5 points clear for Arsenal, which at this stage of the season, John, is a very healthy lead indeed. In truth, Jens Lehmann hasn't really been troubled this evening. It's been stuffy from Blackburn. They haven't really created any chances.
Kleb. Fabregas. Space for Kleb. Adebayor! That's it! The lean, mean scoring machine confirms victory for the league leaders. 5 points clear with 12 to play.
Well, those players can celebrate. They've deserved the victory this evening. The results this weekend have handed it on a plate for them to come out tonight and put a performance on. Well, it's not been a brilliant performance, but this man here, Alexander Hleb, never panics in the ball, always picks out a pass. And Adebayor, well, he's been a threat all evening. He's always looking to make half a yard for himself. This time, the first touch is fantastic. The second one against Brad Friedel, who's had an excellent evening, but can do absolutely nothing about this. And that is well and truly game over. 3 brilliant points and 1 perfect weekend for Arsenal.
Minutes gone. Nani takes the corner for Manchester United. Vidic goes in there. Here comes Anderson. Rooney! Manchester United take the lead in the FA Cup tie in the 16th minute. It is the returning Wayne Rooney who gets the final touch. Oh, Rooney's intercepted that and got it back from Fletcher. Anderson. Nani. He's going at Hoyt here. 3 in the middle for United. Still Nani. Fletcher's there! 2-0. Darren Fletcher near post. Manchester United have taken over in the first 20 minutes.
I'm not sure what his beef is, John, but it would be with the players for me. Arsenal, they've just not been at it at all.
Through ball by Carrick to Nani! There's the somersault. Down the middle now in the Rooney role. This is Nani. Chips it right across. Fletcher's there! Nothing dubious about that one.
No, also the play as well by Nani was outstanding. The way that he slowed down the defender, eventually just sped past him and picked Fletcher out.
The competition
held by the holders at AC Milan. No goals and a frustrating night for Arsenal, who lost Kolo Touré early on through injury.
A special occasion for Arsene Wenger, his 100th Champions League match in charge of Arsenal, and the first meeting with AC Milan in this competition. But there was an early blow, Kolo Touré off with a calf injury. It was the current champions who nearly got the upper hand. A good save from Jens Lehmann stopped this header from Paolo Maldini. The relentless pressure continued in the second half. Emmanuel Aboué with the first opportunity. The ball was in the net in the 53rd minute, but Adebayor was clearly offside. Eduardo went so close to putting Arsenal ahead. Arsene Wenger wondered how his side hadn't broken the deadlock. Cesc Fabregas tested Calac in the Milan goal. As seemingly unable to take the lead, Aboué was then booked for simulation.
He's trying his luck, there's no doubt about that, Aboué.
Then a move which summed up Arsenal's night.
It's not a bad cross, Adebayor! Against the crossbar with seconds to go.
So a frustrating evening at the Emirates. Arsenal now face the task of travelling to Milan and winning at the San Siro. Paul Frostick, Sky Sports.
I feel it was a very good game, and we've shown drive for 90 minutes and quality, I must say, maturity and drive going forward, and we kept a clean sheet. That's very positive for the second leg, and overall, of course, we didn't take advantage of the chances we created, because we created many tonight, and we looked the whole second half completely dominant, but he couldn't take advantage with a goal.
I think we should go home disappointed because all the chances we create, and I think we don't deserve this score. We deserve more this tonight.
It was really difficult for us, we tried our best, but I think Milan play very well, they defend very well. Yeah, we had some chances to score. We didn't score, but I think everybody gave everything today, and we will see in Italy what we can do.
I think we showed tonight, that we can create chances against a big team like Milan. We didn't score, but we not because we didn't have the chance. So this is the most important thing. And as you say, if we score a goal there, it could be very, very important.
The fact that it is still goalless means one goal over there just could mean so much, couldn't it?
Yes, and you get there. It will be an open game again, and it was a fantastic football game tonight, and unfortunately we cannot transfer the pitch of the Emirates to San Siro, and that might a little bit be a problem in the second game, but overall it promises to be a very good game again.
In the
Because we have at the moment a very short squad, because down to injuries, and I did at, for example, at Old Trafford what I felt was needed, because no other options. And yes, we were punished, but you must say as well, we had not the biggest luck. Our focus is on the Championship and the Champions League, that's right, and in these two competitions we performed well. I was amazed how much was made of that game at Old Trafford, because I believe that that was a one-off performance.
Well, Jonathan Pearce is commentating on Birmingham v Arsenal for Match of the Day tonight. Jonathan, has Arsene Wenger changed his lineup for this afternoon's match?
He has from the midweek game against Milan. Yes, Manish, 3 changes. Almunia is back in goal. He had an injury and then a virus. He's missed 3 weeks, so Lehmann is axed again. Sondros for Touré, who has a calf strain, and Walcott back in the side for Aboué, who is banned. This is Arsenal's 44th game this season, Manish. No other European club has played as many matches. Interestingly, he has only played 23 different players in the Premier League this season. 9 of those have played 20 matches or more. Now, Birmingham have played 28 players in the Premier League this season. So he does have a core, a real core of first-team players that he calls upon for the Premier League. He varies for the Cup. And interestingly, the last time they made real wholesale changes was after that first leg against Spurs, you'll remember. They made 9 changes. They drew the resulting match on the Saturday. It was against Birmingham, 1-1. I wonder if they lose the title by 2 points in May. Those will be the 2 points.
OK, thanks, JP. Well, Arsenal, of course, going to that game 5 points clear at the top. Is the title theirs to lose now, Martin?
No, of course. I mean, there's a long, long way to go. It's about concentrating on the team, and today's a big game for them, of course. They have an opportunity to get 3 points on the board, to stretch their lead to 8 points before everyone else plays. And, you know, what Arsene Wenger's done there is quite amazing. Astonishing, the improvement of people like Adebayor. It's interesting, Theo's come back into the side. I'm pleased about that. But he can't really make too many changes to the team, such as the injury crisis that he has.
And Touré's out now, of course, for a couple
And this
of
game
weeks.
comes up very quickly just after the Champions League. Always very difficult after a Champions League to get up for it.
I just think this is a big moment in the season today in terms of actually winning the Premier League, because after the week that they've had, the Manchester United result, of course, the performance and what it took out of them against Milan, I think it's just a massive, massive game. Lunchtime kick-off as well.
Yeah.
I think it's a real difficult fixture for them.
On the floor!
We've won the league. OK, it's only a small league, but really all the teams were just, you know, knocking the ball as far as they could.
Lads, we're looking sharp, yeah? This is not their first team. It's a mix between the first and seconds. So we can beat this lot, OK? Steve, on the floor. That's what we're looking for. On the floor. Midfield players, try and receive it on your back foot. Are we up for it or what?
We're hoping to inject belief in them. They're desperate to win this match because they're stepping up a level. It's a bit like Bath, the Premiership team, playing against the Division 2 side.
Well done, too good! Excellent, son!
Have you seen a real improvement in the team since he's taken over?
Yeah, well, I've played 3 years here, and I think really from the start of the season, just the type of football we've played, rather than the channel ball, you know, the percentages that a lot of your managers will go for. I've rolled the ball out this year a lot more than I ever have.
Why aren't we holding the line? Captain, sort it out! Captain! Captain, come on!
You know, there's a perception that people want to play this long ball game in England. No, I think, you know, play the right ball. And I like to, you know, I've come from a situation where we pass the ball through the compartments of the team, and it's the only way to play the game. Once you've done it, and you've seen it being successful. I know that people say that it has to, you know, lesser group of players, but we're doing it here with this group, and we're being successful.
Just get that linesman level at play there. Can you just get that on film? Look how he's just in line with the back four, yeah? 10 yards deeper. Well done, son. That's excellent.
So you were the England under-20 coach and the England under-17 coach?
Yes, all rolled in one. Yeah.
All rolled in one?
All rolled in one, yes.
And your centre-half pairing was?
Keown and Tony Adams.
So you've seen football for many years and you've seen it at all levels. So where are we now then with English football?
Well, the culture's never changed in terms of developing young players. We don't develop individuals. We do develop collective groups which can't handle it when it comes to individual play.
Do we lack a bit of football intelligence in this country?
Yes, and every England manager, and I have the same problem, is that when we play these teams abroad, they're not technically better, they're more intelligent, and their understanding of how to support each other. And so when consequently we get caught like we did against Croatia, where there's 2 against 3 and 3 against 4, and we wonder why, it's because of the very culture of our game.
It's gone, it's gone. It's all going according to plan, isn't it?
We create players in this country are very good in the fight, in the battle. You know, we've got an abundance of central defenders. No wonder, because the goalkeeper from a young age is kicking the ball and they're coming into contact. Let's change that. You know, let's get the goalkeepers to roll the ball. Let's make it a rule that they can't kick the ball.
2 set pieces, 2 goals. Ridiculous.
If David James had have been doing that from a youngster, then Capello wouldn't have had to tell him to kick the ball out to his defenders in the most recent international. But it becomes a part of the culture, and we've got to change that. And Capello's working at the top end, but at the bottom end, you know, I really hope that Trevor Brooking puts all this in place.
What we're not doing, lads, all over the pitch, we're not competing at all. We're not putting our foot in. We look like we feel sorry for ourselves. We've got to wake up. If we don't get a goal today, it'll be criminal. Keeper's done well for them on occasions, yeah? So keep working hard and get down those channels. Come on.
It does worry me, you know, the sort of coaching that the coaches get, because that's all important. And I would like to see some place of learning that all the coaches could go to. And even Capello does the odd session, and we learn from him. and the various managers turn up. And I think that would be a great platform for us to sort of develop our own coaches.
You can see how the referee is just a waste of energy, because it's so annoying, the ref. But it'd be silly of me just to get caught up with the ref, because at least he's consistent. He's consistently bad.
Martin's right at the bottom. He's enjoying himself grassroots or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
What does he have to do to get a chance at the top level? The top level.
Well, what he has to do is he has to spend some time with foreign coaches in foreign clubs, and some of our very good coaches, there's one or two here, and spend some time working within that environment and picking up on the principles involved in that. And then with his knowledge and experience, and obviously tremendous characteristics, then he could make it through.
I mean, in the second half, we only lost, we conceded 1 goal. A lot better second half, well done.
A lot of the ex-pros maybe are thinking they almost deserve a league club right from the outset. And I think that Martin can get there, but I think we'll have situations here that he'll never encounter a real league club. And I think it's a good grounding for him.
Let's start the long walk back, lads.
Yeah, and a quite long walk back, I should think, as well.
Listen, what kind of example is that? The manager turns up in jeans, he destroys the career of the referee and the referee's assistant.
Yeah, it was good, actually. You're proud of the touchline. Can't wait till you and Ruud van Nistelrooy, you know, managers head-to-head. You know, in that film, you talked about Fabio Capello and his involvement for the development of future English coaches.
Yeah.
How important, then, is it that he gets involved at that level?
Well, what worries me is, you know, the England team are training currently at the moment, and was there anybody there from the FA writing down the information? Where were the young coaches? Where was the access for young coaches to watch him at work? Because that's the only way we're going to learn and develop our own top English coach. And I'm not sure it's their hope that Trevor Brooking has put that in place. And, I mean, Stuart turns up on the day of the game, but was he there through the week? You know, these things are really necessary, and it would be nice to have somewhere as a young coach to go to tap into all those great coaches that I'm sure are available in this country.
Is his involvement really that important?
It is important, because what I'm told is the sessions that he did were excellent, first class. There, but I never saw anybody from the FA turning up to you know, take down information about the training sessions. We have to learn from these great managers that we have here. And how else does the coaches that further down the level get this experience and this knowledge that they need?
What do you think, Marcel? I mean, I suppose what we ultimately want is this England model of Clairefontaine that you have in France.
I mean, Clairefontaine is a very good example where we are all units. I mean, the national team coach is there, and the coaches who are coming, you know, to train have access to the national team and to see what's going on. Even the same thing for the under-21, where also all the coaches is able to get there and understand and learn from there. Then this is something very special that we have in France, where we have the whole package of coaches, and they have access to everything.
When did Clairefontaine start? Mid-90s?
Oh, yes.
But it's no...
Where are we with Burton?
Yeah. It's no accident, is it, that they've been so successful, the environment that they've created, and they've had that continuity of a new manager coming in, but they're still successful on the pitch.
And we were also having the one who was holding the coaches, DTN, and Director Technique National, was also the national team coach for the football, you understand? Then there were a program set up. Yes, the first team, we won the result, we won the first team to get to, you know, the Euro or the World Cup. But at the same time, they've been thinking about how to make formation to the rest of the coaches.
And it's failure to qualify for the Euros has just become the wake-up call. But you know, it's like it's 12 years. We're 12 years behind all the top European countries.
We invested in a new Wembley. We should have done the training ground first and then built the stadium afterwards.